Hey guys, it's Heather. A lot of you have been asking for a handbag collection video, so I'm going to start with my Louis Vuitton. I decided to film in my bedroom because I store all of my handbags in my closet. They are not stored with inside their dust bags. Their dust bags are usually stuffed down inside, as well as some bag filler, and they all are on display in my closet. There is no lighting. Everything, they're very well protected in there, and I actually have some acrylic organizers for the top of my shelving in there. I have several different brands that I love. Louis Vuitton is one of them. I only have purchased one Louis Vuitton this year, but I figured instead of doing an entire handbag collection, which would take too long, I would start by brand and also do the SLGs that go along with that brand. So this way I'm not doing an SLG video on top of a handbag collection video and all of that. So this is the only way that makes sense to me, because otherwise it would be way too long and a total chaotic mess to get everything out here. I don't know how many handbags I own. I guess I could eventually count, but I don't want to right now. So let's just start from this side and work our way to the left. This is actually my newest. This is the Speedy 20. I got this back in March in Miami at Louis Vuitton in Miami right before our cruise, and it's just a tiny little bag, and I did get the little matching flap card wallet. So this is the black leather. I don't remember the leather name. I just thought it was really pretty. I love that it's kind of tone on tone with the gold hardware. It does have the double zip, and it is a crossbody. You can add the crossbody that has chain. It's really, really pretty. I love this bag. It doesn't hold a whole lot, but it is my only Speedy that I've ever owned. I've never had the big bucket bags. And I'm not saying that I won't, I've just never wanted to have one. There's been many Louis Vuitton bags that have come into my collection and left via Poshmark or whatnot. I probably sold in the last 4 or 5 years 8 or so. One of them I kind of regret. It was a runway bag that was too small for me to use for anything, and that's why I ended up ultimately selling it. But it was kind of a collector's piece, and so for that reason alone, I kind of regret it. But this is my newest Louis Vuitton collection. Some of the little SLGs go into an SLG drawer in my closet. Some of the SLGs live inside some of the handbags if I wear it specifically with that bag. This one goes with this one, but it tends to move from handbag to handbag, so I put it in the SLG drawer. All right. My current wallet, I believe this is called the Sarah wallet. It's just a small little snap wallet. Money slot, card slot, change slot, and it's actually currently living inside my Mulberry Bayswater satchel. So that's the current wallet. Let me put that aside so I don't lose where I had it. I do have 2 small cosmetics. I have the regular monogram, and then they have the Damier. Oh my gosh, I've got the 2 mixed up. The light colored. So they're in pristine condition. This one I usually only wear with one bag, but I mean, it can go from bag to bag. It's just doesn't, but I have 2 of the same ones. I've had those for several years. I actually did an unboxing of this bag and that wallet 5 years ago or so. I can't remember. It's on my channel somewhere in the past. I don't remember how long I've had this. I do keep all of the boxes, all of the tags. I have all of the paperwork that goes with everything. This is the matching Sarah wallet. I do find myself not really pulling for the larger wallets anymore. So, I mean, it's still a really pretty wallet. It's in great condition. It's been used, gently used. And I mean, I'm actually considering downsizing a little bit. I'm not sure. This could kind of help me go through this stuff and say, what am I going to wear? And then I bought the cosmetic case to go with this bag. So this is I want to say it's the Ebene. You know what? Let me check. So yes, this is the Ebene MM in the Damier Azur print. It has a zip pouch in the front, which I really like for your phone. It fits all kinds of, you can see my whole hand plus some fits inside of here. And it has a zip top. I've got a little bit of patina on the leather. I actually considered getting rid of this at one point. I was comparing it to my Neverfulls, and I don't know, I just really like this bag. The handles are really easy to wear on the shoulder. It fits like a Neverfull does, but you can just reach in and grab your cell phone if your, I just zipped it. If your phone is ringing and you're walking around, and it has quite a bit of room on the inside. It has one slip pocket here. I do have an organizer in here. I do not like the felt organizers. I like the silk feel organizers. In here I have, this is the organizer that I use. I don't remember the name of brand of it. I believe I got it off of Amazon, and it has quite a few little slip pockets in here. It has some structure, you can hear, but it's not heavy, and I feel like the felt ones are heavier than this. So you can see the bag kind of slouches a little bit without it, and you can see the inside of this bag is pristine because I use bag organizers. And this is the ballerina pink on the inside, and I believe, let me get this back in here. I want to keep them organized so it's easier to pack them up when I'm done. And I do keep it with the dust bag as well. So if I have a bag organizer inside the bag, I don't feel the need to stuff them when I'm storing them because it helps the bags keep their shape. So I think this is no pink on the inside. Yeah, this is just the cream colored on the inside. I have one other bag that has the ballerina pink. And I used to have a, do I still? Never mind, I do still have it. All right, so that is the Damier MM in the Damier Azur, right? Sometimes I get those backwards, but I do actually really like this, and I don't see anybody talking about this bag. I think it's no longer sold on their website. I believe it's only on, you know, the pre-loved market. I did purchase this directly from Louis Vuitton, and I think at the same time I got a little bag charm, well, a keychain that can be used as a bag charm. So it's just a little, and I will move this from time to time from one bag to the other. I don't like too much clanking. I'm not big on bag charms. I will use a scarf. In fact, let me show you, let me grab the bag I'm using right now. Okay, so this is the bag I'm using right now. This is not a Louis Vuitton. This is the Mulberry Bayswater satchel bag, and I've got it fully stocked. But you can see I'll sometimes just add like a little fun little scarf. Sometimes I'll tie it around the handles. I just want it to drape. I did move this hang tag to the side because it does tend to interfere with flaps here. But this is the bag that I've been using for about 3 weeks now. All right, let me put this back on my desk. Nope, not my desk. We're in my bedroom, so that's my vanity. All right, so that is this bag. I don't love bag charms. That's what I was saying before. I have a few bags that have like a keychain or a bag extender. I do have some chains and that type of thing that I will use from time to time. I don't like the toys on there. You're never gonna see me with like a stuffed animal hanging from my bag. That's just not my cup of tea. All right, so we have talked about from here over. This is my Neverfull MM. I do not have the GM. The GM was just too big for me. Let's see, I have it hooked right here. Do also have a bag organizer in here. We have the zip pocket as well as the pouch. You know what I find it strange is that people just sell the pouches, and I find them useful. I don't use them as a clutch or anything, but you know, you can throw useful things in here as attached to the bag. I just don't know why people just randomly throw them or sell them. My dust bag is in here, and inside this one is red. I have a red silk organizer. This one is different. This one has like a water bottle holder here on both sides actually, and a zipper here, and then extra little pockets. I like the silk ones. I like the structure of them without the bulkiness. I do use pouches in my bags, but I'm not one to completely fill my bag with pouches. I see people that do bag, you know, what's in my bag videos, and they're so filled with pouches that the bag is overstuffed. Sometimes if you don't use a pouch, you save a little space. So that's why I like an organizer, is it kind of helps reduce the amount of pouches and the amount of weight that you're carrying. But this bag I've had for 8 years, I would assume by now. And I purchased, now this I did not purchase to go with this bag. I had another Louis Vuitton bag that was red, had red on the outside, I can't remember what it was called. I sold it on my Poshmark 5 years or so ago, but this was the wallet that went with it. This is the Sarah wallet. I don't think they sell this one anymore either. It just has like a red. Red is not my favorite color, but I do have some red accessories. But it's just the larger Sarah wallet that's been sitting in my SLG drawer for, I probably haven't used this since I sold that other bag, so maybe I should sell this wallet. I mean, I guess it could go with this. I guess it could. It just looks a little strange with the red on the outside. So that one may end up on my Poshmark, I'm not sure. But my Neverfull in the regular monogram with the perfect patina. I love this patina. I actually do spray my straps with some protector, either Apple Guard or there's another one that I'm using right now that I was using use on my Mulberry bag. But that is my MM. And then I also have the PM in the Damier Ebene. And this one is also red on the outside, so in the inside. And I didn't want to go with the beige on the inside because I find that they get dirty. This one also has a bag organizer in it, and here is my pouch that goes along with. And this is the same organizer as the larger size. I just have one for the smaller bag. But you can see my bags are in really good shape. There might be one little spot in there. Oh, it's just a lint. So inside there is a single zip, and this one is it's just a smaller version of the other one. I do not have the GM size because it's too big for a daily carry. It could be a great like travel bag, but anyway, so that is, I just put that through the handle. And obviously these two are different because this one is a Damier Ebene and that one is in the monogram. So this one you don't have to really worry about handles discoloring, which is really nice. Okay, where are we next? That's this one with that, I believe. Here is my Damier Ebene small zip. I don't think it's the small zip. I can't remember what this one's called. It's a slim zip. I think it's called the slim zip. And this one has the ballerina pink on the inside. I've had this one now for, well, since I bought this. And this is the Neo Noe. And I want to say this is in the MM size. I can't remember if it's MM or PM. I'll have to check my account. I do have this one stuff. I don't carry it so often because it's got pink on the outside, but it came with this strap and obviously the ties. I did hop on Amazon and grab this little pink shorter strap to make it easier to grab out of the car. This one is stuffed with paper. Let me pull the paper out. Oh, I have a felt organizer in this one. This one's been in here for a long time. It's a little bitty pink. I'm gonna have to swap that out for a smaller one. I believe there was two sides to this, but I just don't love the felt ones. But let's see. Here is how you can see what's inside here. You have two open spaces, but you can actually stick your hand through the bottom of this. It's kind of like a swinging center compartment. No outside compartments, but I almost sold this one a while back, and then I put it on. I'm like, you know how you go through phases of not liking a color or not liking a style, and then you think I'm going to sell it and then hold on to it just a little while longer, see if your mind changed. And my mind changed, and sometimes I don't mind the pink, and I think this is a really cute little bucket bag. And I bought this is the monogram, and then this is the Damier Ebene, but the ballerina pink on the inside. So this is a little big for the bag, but I mean, if you don't have 1,000 pouches in it, it fits in there just fine with a whole lot of room to spare. I mean, I could put many other things in here, especially without that felt. And that one's going bye-bye. I'm gonna get a little small silk one for that, but yeah, there's the Neo Noe and the slim zip wallet. Okay, this is the Toiletry 19 bag. So there's a larger one and I think a smaller one than this one. Since I have the two cosmetic bags, let me throw that paper over there, the stuff back in that. I leave this in my car. This is kind of my car pouch. I don't know if you really want to see what's in here. It's a powder, let's see, flossers, a mini deodorant, Salt and Stone, a lip gloss by Natasha Denona that probably needs to be trashed. Let me put that over here. An eyeglass lens. Didn't know we were going to do a what's in my pouch. These are eye drops that I use for re-wetting my eyes, and they're contact friendly. I got 2 left in there. A mini flashlight. A pen. A Tide to Go stick. Still has a little in there. The Amber Fragrance Oil by Numat. Some feminine supplies. 2 more lens cleaners. This is a little foldable scissor. It has come in handy so many times. A Lanolips 101 ointment that you can use on your cuticles, your lips, wherever you need it. Another feminine hygiene product. An empty pill case. A small pill pouch that has Advil in it. I try not to take it very often. And a little mini tweezer. So that's empty. I won't put that back in there. But that's my kind of my car pouch. I have emergency stuff in there. I also have things in my backpack that I carry for work. And another little emergency pouch for my car. Oop, that doesn't go in there. All right. Next is a wallet that you could not pay me to tell you what it was. I believe I got this secondhand. It is, I don't know how to even search this. So one side it kind of looks like a Sarah wallet, but it's smaller. It's very soft leather. This kind of opens wide with card slots here and a larger slot. This is black leather with the monogram. And then that one snaps, you turn it around here, and this side opens up, and lots of card slots with open spots and a money pouch. I have no idea where I got this. I don't remember buying this. I don't really use this, but I can't bring myself to get rid of it because it just seems so useful. I mean, does it not seem useful? Maybe I need to move into it or something, but I do. Oh, I didn't bring it out here. I have the PM agenda as well, but it's in my car in my work backpack. So I'm not gonna bring that in here, but it's the PM monogram agenda. All right, so no idea what this was. I'm sorry, I can't give you any information. I have this is the key pouch, or the however you want to call it. I don't really use this because I don't use any type of keys. So to get into my house, it's all electronic. My car is a Tesla, so I have a card. Work is a keypad. I have no need for any type of a key. This does fit. I did use this the other day. We went to a concert last Friday night. We saw Skillet and a few other bands that opened for them, and I put my credit cards and my driver's license in here and threw it in my clear bag and went in with that and my inhaler. So it does come in handy from time to time for something like that, and we do go to a lot of concerts, so we'll hold on to it for that reason. I know that they came out with the S size, which is a little bit bigger. I just can't see why that's more useful, why I would need another size of the same thing. I've never had any of the 6 key rings or whatever because I just don't use keys. I mean, I did actually recently find a key that goes to my house that had been gone for 5 or 6 years, but we don't use keys ever. That's a lie. We have a rental property, and I do have a key and a garage door opener in my car right now for that rental property, and I have a key to my brother's house that's in my car. So maybe I could use it for something like that. All right, I have the small zippy wallet. This is just the tiny little, this one has gone from purse to purse. It holds everything I need and nothing more. I do really, really like this. I think this is the perfect size. I used to obviously really be into larger wallets, but I'm just not anymore. So, I mean, between these 3, this works very well for me. And I do actually have a Mulberry wallet that goes to my bag that I'm carrying right now. It's not in there right now because it's a little too big. It goes for bigger bags, but I like the smaller size wallets. All right, this is, okay, we're talking about a giant wallet. This is that large zippy wallet. I've had this probably a decade. It holds well more than I would ever need it to hold. I just don't, I guess it could go in this bag, if I needed a big wallet, if I was going to carry that many things. Used to be when we were carrying the like store cards, you know, to get your points or whatever at each card, but now all that's digital on your wallet. You scan I mean on your phone, you just scan your phone. There's no need to carry around that many things. And I don't throw really receipts and stuff in my bag. I don't like the ink transfer. Receipts are really not healthy for you. But when I do from time to time have one, I have a pouch that I have in my car that is like a miniature money bag, and I have a pen in that bag, and I write on the receipt, like if I'm returning something, I will write what it was that I returned. So if someone says that I sent something back but they didn't receive it, I can say here's the tracking number for this item, and I keep that receipt in there until that item has been returned and refunded, that type of thing, or until I don't need the receipt anymore for any reason. All right, next we'll go to, this is the Pochette Metis. Oh, my stars, my brain just stopped. The mini pochette, the accessories. No, that's that. Anyway, I know you all know what this is. I just can't say the words right now. I've had this for quite some time too. This actually lives in my handbag. I took it out of my Mulberry to put it has feminine supplies, quite a few feminine supplies in it. More feminine supplies. Oh, this is a Polaroid picture of my brother and I we were actually sitting and waiting in a doctor's office. He had gotten a Polaroid camera and we were just playing, and so that's a recent picture of my brother and I together. Some Midol, my favorite candies. These are the Yum Earth little hard candies, and when you just need to kind of wet your whistle, I love these. There's no artificial colors in here. They're healthier for a candy, but I have those. I have more of those in here too, and I have a little bag of them in my car too. I have a little brushy thing for after I have a smoothie, if I have broccoli seeds or chia seeds in my teeth. And oh, my favorite, this is instant hydration. This is the cotton candy. I love this one. I love this one. And the rest of it, Band-Aids, and more of those candies and more feminine supplies. So that one lives in my purse as well. The picture of my brother and I dropped it, is a recent addition to this. So yeah. All right, what do we have next? This is the Pochette Metis. I've had this for about 8 years. This is the reverse monogram. My daughter calls this the peanut butter and chocolate bag. Obviously, like a Reese's peanut butter cup, peanut butter and chocolate. And in here is the strap, the crossbody strap. It does have here's my dust bag, the 3 compartments in it. This one does not have the zipper in the back. It does have a zip here. This is one of my most worn. I haven't worn it in a while. It is my daughter's favorite of my collection, and I know that if I were to ever get rid of this, she would want it. And she would get it if I was to ever get rid of this, but I'm not getting rid of it right now. I do love this bag. I don't find myself carrying it right now. I've been going for a little bit bigger bag. I've been carrying more with me, but that's because I'm gone all the time and I'm gone for long periods of the day. So sitting at doctor's offices with my brother, it takes me, you know, I take my brother regularly, multiple times a week. It takes me an hour to get to his house. For his closest doctor's appointment is 45 minutes from his house, and then however long we're there, and then 45 minutes back to his house, and then an hour for me to get home. Some of his doctor's appointments are an hour and a half away from his house. So there are days where I'm in the car for 6-8 hours, and I need to have like my life with me, you know, so a book, or if I'm sitting and waiting on something, or he's having scans done or that type of thing. I just recently got the newest Kindle. We'll talk about reading and stuff, because I used to be a avid reader, and then life got in the way and social media sucked me in, and doom scrolling became the norm, and anxiety started taking over, and I finally said, whoop, slow down, stay off social media a bit, take a step back and start reading again. And we have paper books, like the old school. I went into Barnes & Noble and smelled the paper, and I bought 7 books in one day. I was so excited about it. And I downloaded a bunch of stuff on my new Kindle. So, and I have an old Kindle too, but it's roughly 12 years old, and it won't really update anymore. So, and the screen looks funky, and it doesn't keep a charge. So my husband went ahead and got me another one, and I got it early. I got it a few days ago, and I'm already halfway through a book that I started a day and a half ago, with as much time as I'm in the car. Can't read while you're driving. Anyway, this is my Pochette Metis reverse monogram, and it's sticking with me. I think it's a fun bag. I actually not my first, I don't even remember what my first Louis Vuitton was. Whatever it was has been sold a long time ago. But this one I hunted down. It was before, I couldn't find it anywhere. It was out of stock everywhere. And I finally found it and was hemming and hawing over just the regular monogram, or, I mean, I know that they have the black leather ones or navy blue leather ones with the red piping, but this called my name. So that's what I have. And then lastly is, I believe this is called Pochette accessories, right? I can't remember, but anyway, there's the dust bag. Oh, wait. Okay. I do have a card holder. I do have a reverse card holder here too. So here is the strap that actually came with this bag, and it is, I know they make an organizer for this. I don't see the need in filling up this part of the bag with an organizer. Put something in the side, a card wallet, and for me it's my inhaler from bag to bag, and then a lip gloss or something, and if I'm just going out for the evening and I don't need my life with me. And then I did buy the long shoulder strap that is adjustable along with it, and I keep that inside of it. So if I just want to hold it as a clutch, or if I want to put it and make it into a crossbody, I have that. So that is it. This is a smaller collection than what it would have been 5 or 6 years ago. And I'm not saying that I will never buy another LV. I mean, obviously this year I bought this one and the matching wallet. So to be truthful, these are all very different bags in the type of bag they are, other than the two Neverfulls that are 2 different sizes. But ultimately they all look the same, right? I mean, it's not like, when you have a monogram, you have a monogram, you have a monogram. How many monograms do you need? You know, I literally have one that's different. And well, then I have the Damier Ebene and the Damier Azur. Just, maybe I'm bored. Maybe I'm bored with it. And I'm finding myself attracted to other brands that aren't so monogrammy now. I haven't even carried any of these. This one I carried on my cruise and for several months after my cruise, but I haven't worn it since like last spring. So maybe early summer, but it's a great little black bag, and it's the only leather Louis Vuitton that I own. So we will, in another video, go to another brand, and I don't have I think the next brand that I have a lot of is going to be Coach. That's, to me, is like mid-luxury, that's mid-priced. This is luxury brand. I do have some other luxury brands as well, but I don't have a large collection like this. I'll have a piece of this or 2 of this, that type of thing. So maybe the next one I do, maybe a luxury, that I have a couple of each, and do this many bags of that brand. So does that make sense to you guys? And then I can do like my mid-luxury, and then my more affordable, everyday that you can buy locally type of bags. All right, I know that you guys had been asking me, and I don't know what I did with my controller, so I'm gonna have to manually turn you off. I didn't even move. How did I lose the controller? I probably stuck it in one of these bags. But you guys have been asking me to do a handbag collection, so this is part 1. This is the Louis Vuitton part. So all my SLGs, all of my handbags, and other than the PM Agenda that's in my backpack in my car that I didn't go get, that is all I own, and I don't plan on adding anything to my collection. Plans change, but I don't plan on adding anything to this collection anytime in the near future. In fact, I plan to possibly downsize. I can see 1, 2. Part of me wants to get rid of this too. 3, 4. I think that's all I would get rid of right now is some wallets. So, all right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you want me to do the, I think I'll do the luxury. I'll go from luxury down to the most inexpensive bags that I own. And I do have some that are not even brand names. So I'd like a variety of everything in every aspect of my life. So have a happy day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.